Alright, Sneaky Chiefy here casting for you. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. Today's video is an interesting one. This is a tournament, a league that we're in. I say we, as in some of the members of the Art of Warfare, of which I am a member, and of which this is the YouTube channel for, in case you didn't know. We're part of a tournament called AOE Leagues, and today's matchup is one of the matches for top members Freager, here in yellow as the Goths, and his teammate Askalan as the Mongols. And they're pairing off against what you might just consider randoms, but their opponents for today are the Seesaw Kitten as the Mayans, Team 2, and Fuzza Wuzza as the Spanish. Odd to see the Mayans and the Spanish teaming up in this matchup, but I guess they really hate the Mongols and the Goths. So, this is Black Forest, in case you didn't know. So we'll see some aggressive walling to try to claim some map control. And it looks like Freager's Goth villager has been caught out in the open. First a wolf, then a scout, and 2 villagers on the way as well from the Spanish. And they're getting real aggressive with this. Good block by Freager's scout, but he's got to keep that villager moving if he hopes to save him. I don't know what these Spanish builders are thinking here. He's going to pay the price for this aggression, I think. Is he scouting it out? Oh, he's going to try to wall here. Interesting. Very interesting. We'll have to see how that goes down. Meanwhile, on the other side, very aggressive in general. The Mayans player struggling with some wolves, with one Vill almost very badly hurt, the other walling up behind it. But most importantly is they've gotten behind. Oh, these are all Mayan walls. Oh, the Mongol villager must have died on this side. So lots of early action. And he's trying to lure the boar too. Wow. What a... Oh, this is kind of frustrating already. All right, well, I was going to hope that he'd try again, but he'd lose his scout if he did. So Team Taw here kind of on the back foot already. So they have a higher score. Probably because they didn't send 2 vills all the way across the map. I mean... Okay, you've walled up here. Congratulations. Your opponent, in this case, Freager, is going to be able to break these down so easily without you being able to do anything about it. You're going to need to put up another set of walls. Very interesting. On the other side, though, this is tricky. It's going to force Askalan to send lots of villagers. He's not sure where the other Vill is. Sneaky Vill here from Seesaw Kitten. I kind of like this strategy. It's a lot of idle time, certainly, but Askalan's going to have no clue that there's another villager behind his walls once he puts them up. So a bit more traditional on this side. This is a difficult set of walls to build, but the untraditional aspect, or the X factor in this case, is this 14 life villager. So we'll keep special eye out for Orange and see what he does. Freager flaring where these Spanish walls exist. Very interesting. This could come into play later. Who knows? It's put Fuzza Wuzza on the back foot, certainly, in terms of eco. Last place score-wise at this point. We'll jump over to eco and see what he's dealing with. Yeah, not much food, wood, or gold. And 2 less villagers than everybody else, despite the potential. I think Askalan lost one. Maybe he didn't. Maybe he did. Because he's sent out 2 vills so far, and still this is idle time. Walking back and forth here, this builder is a lot of idle time that could be spent collecting food, building farms, what have you. So he'll probably double wall this, maybe a barracks, possibly. Who knows at this point? I can't. It's tough to get in the head of a player like this. I would never try something like this, so we'll have to see. Mayans player. Well, Askalan, you might want to just delete these walls here. Get that wood back. Look at all these idle vills going on here. Just putting a wall down, so it's kind of like a double wall. A gate. I really don't like this Spanish player, Fuzza Wuzza. And I'm going to have to play against these guys. So I wonder if this is Black Forest is their home map. I'm in the same division, by the way, as Freager. and Askalan in this same tournament. Me and my buddy Ginger Fresh and BTL. So in a way, I'm not just getting to comment on my clan members' games. I'm also scoping out the competition to a certain extent. So if this is Black Forest and I'm up against Fuzzawaza and Seesaw Kitten, I could expect to see some craziness from them. And Mongols, I like this play. He's got basically clear access to these 3 boar. He's going to mill them. And in the process, he's going to find this scout. And he may or may not find this villager. So we'll see. Let's watch the action here for a second, folks. Oh, there's stuff on both sides of the map. Does he not see this? Does he not? Oh, that's foolish of me. Picked the wrong color, James. Yeah, I don't think he saw that Vil, or that scout. And he won't see this Vil either. Oh, watch out. That wolf is making progress. This is just amazing, though. I think the Mongol scout did die in this first battle. And he's doing a good job, Askalan is, of walling off with houses here. God, this is so interesting. This villager in the corner sweating. And he's building off his second line of walls. Amazing. Simply amazing. I don't know what he's hoping to accomplish here. Like, there's plenty of golden stone. You're not going to be able to hold this front. You just can't. And then if there's no walls behind it, he's going to storm through. I might understand now why Freager shared this game with me. He said it was a wild one. So both Askalan and Freager are on their way up to feudal age. Their opponents have not, and there's the barracks. You'd have to if you're setting such an aggressive wall. You got to put a barracks down. So they're the first to feudal age. The opponents have researched it on one end, Seesaw Kitten, but hasn't clicked up on it yet. And lots of great food here for the Mongol player. I should analyze the other team just a little bit, even though I don't like them. But I can't be completely biased. Orange Seesaw Kitten, I think it is, has his own set of boar that he could drop a mill on if he wanted to. He's put in a second lumber camp out here, maybe just keep a Vil on hand in case he needs to repair something. Purple has got this idle Vil just all day long. He's trying to make the most of it, building necessary buildings while just sitting around. He'll have to build a lumber camp at some point. And he also has his own set of 3 boar that she's dropping a mill on. So Askalan is the next up to feudal age. Oh, scout has been scouted. Oh, it's a shame he got out. I'm surprised he wasn't completely surrounded there. Askalan going for the stone early, which as Mongols you aren't too surprised to see. He's going to want to build a castle or 2 and start production of Mangadai. This lumberjack still hiding, still undiscovered. Who knows what mischief they will get into later in the game. And I love this Freager dropping a tower as soon as he can. Start chipping away, keep this villager from doing anything too crazy, or anything more crazy, I should say. And it's Goths, so it's got to be a palisade wall at all times. If Purple is smart, he'll wall up behind this. I don't see how he holds this line. And if he loses this wall, it's a free line into Orange's base, because he could just take this path here to the left and cut right into Orange's base. And Orange is doing the same thing. So aggressive walls on both sides. He's thinking a cut through. Freager's talking about a cut through, which is another option. This wall, he's tripling down on it. He will not be deterred. Fuzzawaza hasn't clicked up yet. No, he has. He has. Okay, he'll be the last to hit feudal age. Meanwhile, he's dropping mining camp on stone. Or gold, excuse me. He's going to need a lot of gold for those special units, the Conquistadors. He also needs some stone, though. And let's take a look at the Vil numbers. Did I really see 16 military? Seesaw Kitten's making military. Eagle Warriors in his barracks. Huh. Interesting. Ah, here we go. 2 archery ranges put down. Unfortunately for him, that has exposed his position, and it's an instant wall by Askalan. Good job. This mill turned out to be a boon. So he instantly spots the sneaky bill. Archers from mines, not surprising. I would have been surprised if it was 15 Eagle Warriors, but it's 15 archers out of dual archery ranges, and quickly walled off and watchtowered by Askalan. Great job, Askalan. He's already churning out skirmishers of his own. Militia. Okay, maybe men-at-arms at some point, but militia coming in for... And apologies again, folks, if you're watching this and like, oh, Sneaky's clearly one-sided in his commentary. Yeah, that's because I'm Team Tall all the way, and I'm rooting for Freager and Askalan right now. And this type of strategy is exactly why I don't enjoy Black Forest all that much. So, there we are. Another idle vill here. I should be using Capture Age, but it seems so laggy to me the last time I tried it. If I was on Capture Age, I'd be interested to see the idle villager count in a game like this, with this player just sitting there, not even lumber camping it, counting on a sneaky move that's less sneaky all of a sudden. Certainly the surprise factor's gone. Eventually, he's going to have to delete one of these if he ever wants to build anything else. Well, I guess he could delete this, which is smart. So he gave himself a way out in case he wants to build a town center and start producing vills in this area, which is not a horrible idea, or any other kind of production building. So I think Seesaw Kitten is the better player on this other team, at least my initial thoughts. And luckily for Fuzzawuzza, he does have 3 more boar, which he will mill here. So he does have farms at home, but he's got plenty of other food income that he can use. And thinking about sending more villagers to this obscene set of structures that you see before you. Archers coming in from the Goths. And he's also going to tech into some military. I see men-at-arms being teched into from Fuzzawuzza. Wondering what the Freager's thinking with this. Maybe he's making skirms. Yeah, he's making skirms anticipating a conquistador rush. Instead, it's men-at-arms rush, but he's got plenty of men-at-arms on his own. The Goth player can't hope to defeat... a Spanish player can't hope to defeat a Goth player with infantry alone. And he's looking to build his own watchtower. This is just so foolish. Great job putting skirms in that tower to shoot extra arrows. They'll take out these villagers, no problem. Fuzzawuzza needs to go back to the drawing board, in my opinion. Such a wasted resource. All this idle time. 1 villager down already. He's teched into men-at-arms, which will ultimately do nothing. He's going for this counter tower, which I really hope will do nothing as well. Putting the skirms back in this tower would be the right move from Freager, because this counter tower might just go up. It's not a bad idea to kill these men-at-arms, and he's sniping vills with the tower, but these 5 arrows against villagers will just do such a better job of killing him. Come on, get him, get him, get him. Yeah, 2 vills down. He did get the 3rd villager in there, unfortunately. And Knights now coming out, which is a better choice for the Spanish player. Castle Age coming in for all players now. The last one to click up is blue as the Mongols. And Siege Workshop and a lot of crossbow. This is a scary push. Stone walls are good here. I mean, the good news is that this is the only production he has. And if you can clear this up on this side, and now he's showing his hand siege as well, then you're in a really good place as blue. Better get some pikemen out here soon, Freager. The knights are through. This could be dangerous. Housing wall, quick housing wall. It's good play. Not quite in time, though. Let's get those spearmen working, boys. The knights begin their raid. This is when you send your men-at-arms forth to try to smash everything, and your pikemen after the knights. Oh, the quick wall not quite in time. It's only 4 knights though, so they will go down 2 knights now. They are getting their Vills worth though. He's clearly concentrating only on Vills. The battering ram joins the fray, takes out the lead tower. Freager is in a difficult position at this point. He has quick walled up with that house, which is good. This is when you delete this house, I think. Let your units move around a bit easier. He's going for the barracks, which is a smart play. I'll give Fuzza credit where credit's due. Meanwhile, the Rams are doing quick work of this tower structure, but elite skirm's coming in, which is good and needed. And the knight sniping the Mangonel. Good knight. Attaboy, Askalan. Absorbing archer fire. Great micro, too. Look at that. That's a couple archers down, although some skirms are shooting at the wrong thing. Stop throwing at the Rams. Start throwing at the archers. That's better. Go for the archers, skirms. A lot of archers down now. That's good. Meanwhile, back on this side, Mangonel shot. It's a good shot. Ooh, brutal. Freager's definitely on the back foot here. The siege knight combo. And the knights get in again. Mangonel chipping farmers off. Mongol player finally cleaning up this one Vill before it can do any more damage. These are all the buildings that he'll build, but they are production buildings, so you're going to need some siege, and nothing else is coming through here anytime soon, I'll tell you that much. So blue might, if he can clean this up quickly, or at least take out the siege workshop, he might be able to come to Freager's help, and he's going to need it. Pikemen doing work, but losing a lot of Vills in the process. Attacking a farm, which was pointless. Now what to do with these siege is the real question. He'll need even just scouts. Scouts of his own. Monks are a great choice to counter the knights that he was seeing. This is a scary set of production buildings. And I gotta hand it to Fuzza. It's a foolish move, but he's managed to pull it off. Even this idle Vill the whole time, he's managing to hold this line. Went a faster castle time than the other players, was getting a siege up, but this Mango now will go down. We'll take some skirms with it. Okay, second and third TC, and a 4th TC going up by Askalan. So Askalan booming like crazy. Got some knights on the way to chip away at these archery ranges and a double layer of walls, which is a smart play. The sooner he cleans up those orange units, the better. Though he's just did a good job dumping out everything at the same time. The siege might go down though. It's a shame this gate didn't let this 3rd knight in. Siege is down. These skirms should take out these archers, even with good micro. It's about even numbers, and obviously skirms, and upgraded skirms at that, will make short work of those archers. On the other side, things have stalled out a bit. That Mangonel is getting a lot of it. It's getting its money's worth, though, that's for sure. A counter tower might be the way to go from Freager. It's a lot of idle Vills he's got in his TC. Even just building a 2nd TC back here to use these Vills to your advantage, it's tough. But yeah, a counter tower might have been the move, just to slow things down, because the siege wouldn't be able to walk through or roll through without moving within its range. He's still making pikemen, which there's no knights on the field anymore. Conversion, nice on that long swordsman. Nice. Meanwhile, the knights continue to come out. I'd love to see some Mangadai soon. Does he have the stone. Freager's got the stone for a castle and obviously needs a castle if he wants to get the Goth Rush going. And these vills just super aggressive from the Spanish. Forward castle. Yikes. Yikes. Spanish vills build faster too, so I don't know if Freager sees this. He clearly does. You'll need... this is bad. He's going to lose his whole army trying to push this. Too little, too late. Choosing to send the pikemen towards the knights. Going for the conversion. Gets one. Great conversion. Get out of there, monk. This is where you send the knight after that mangonel. Another forward castle from Orange. He has cleaned up the tower or the siege over here. Are these all conversion? No, he has got his own stables. Knights are the right call when you're looking at mangonel and infantry, even though it's Goths, so you know it's not their staple. At this point, it's really your only option. And Askalan just booming away, major score lead. I hope that he can come to Freager's aid at some point. And Orange staying aggressive with that forward castle to start chipping away at things. I'm surprised Orange, he's beginning to send units over here now to support his teammate, which is the right call. And Castle trying to go up from Freager. Mangonel sniping vills. I hope it's not a doubt castle. I really think it will be, though. Oh, what a shot. Yep. It's all or nothing now for you, Freager. It'll be a doubt castle, though. It's just a tough army composition with Orange over here, too. Askalan not anywhere in sight. Well, I will eat my words. Fuzzle Wuzzle managed to pull this off. Amazing. I'm still rooting for you, Freager. And I know it's not over. But, yeah, it's an exodus with what vills you have. Go build a TC in Askalan's base and see what you can do. And they'll need to build up a wall. Yep, there's the wall. It's a shame it's only a palisade wall. There's the humble farming community, as we call it, from Freager. Askalan needs to get his villagers out here to start building a stone wall. ASAP. Finally cleared up everything from that sneaky vill. There's the castle finally, so we might start seeing some Mangadeli from Askalan. And it's obviously a counter castle to what the Mayan player has dropped. Yeah, knights might still be the play. Second castle from Mongol player, doubling down on his left flank or forward flank. Askalan boomed into Imperial Age, which would be huge. Lots of plenty of knights too. I don't think... feeling it right on your... I really hate this Puzzle Wuzzle guy. Freager, when I play him, I will get revenge for you. I promise. I promise you this. This is a good castle too for him though. Right in the middle there. Setting up shop in Freager's base. Sniped the mangonels. Hopefully they'll go on and snipe that ram. Unfortunately, he's got himself quite a foothold with two colors there. It's going to be a tall order. There's the gate, great gate. It's going to be a tall order from Askalan. benefit is he's hit Imp, so if he can start getting Trebs out, he can start clearing up on Orange's side, and he might even be able to work his way back and get a foothold back on Freager's side. The score lead has switched just by a matter of averages, but Freager is not down and out, and top members don't quit that easily. So he's setting up. He'll do farms and wood, and he'll do as many skirmishers as he can make. And skirms are a good unit against. Although the Spanish, knowing that the Mayans are archers, the Spanish are going with a different type of strategy. Skirms will be plenty good against these archers. So. And you'd think that he'd had obsidian arrow already at the speed that these palisade walls go down, but I think that's just because they're palisade walls. So. Hussar is good. Mongols have decent hussars. Askalan throwing some food Freager's way, so he can keep booming. Yeah, about 20 archers, most likely yet fully upgraded. Now Fuzzawaza's got 4 or 5 TCs going. Not to mention map control and... Oh, good for Freager. He got that relic in there. So at least for now. Imperial Age not teched up yet. It's a shame that Askalan hasn't churned out a Treb or two because... Oh, he did take out this castle. Oh, there's a Treb. Yeah, I was going to say. Trebs did their work, but now he's seen this other castle, so he's sending 1 Treb over. I mean, it's just a waste, really, from Orange. Complete waste of castle. That's a lot of stone gone. And he's thinking about building up his army on this side to make a push as well. Not paying attention. Heads up, kitten. Skirms just picked off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 archers probably. The gate's in range. This gate will go down. These castles will go down. If you can get... Askalan can get a foothold through here, he can take both these castles down. And they've left the monastery up for now, so that's gold income. Much needed gold income from Freager. I'd like to see a few more cavalry units. The skirms will help. I wonder what Freager's flaring that up. Fuzzawaza researching Imperial Age now. Hopefully these castles can go down before that happens. Those are the only 2 castles that he has. So that'll be no Treb producing buildings for the enemy team if he can get these castles down ASAP. It's only 2 Trebs. I wish it was more, but that's alright. The real question is, can he hold... I think the Mangudai will... It's anti-siege, so Mangudai are a great unit. Are they elite? They're not elite yet, but those siege rams will go down. This castle will go down as well. Probably before... Still plenty of orange army, though. Although these skirms are going to mop the floor. Castle number 1 down. Imperial Age being researched by Seesaw Kitten. I did not see any Trebs coming out from Fuzzawaza, so hopefully they can take the second castle down. Archery ranges being put up by Fuzzlewuzza. He's obviously thinking skirmishers to handle this Mangudai. Mangudai moving in to raid the base. Still plenty of resources for Freager to get if they can get their foothold back here. Another castle. So this, and safely placed this time, which is smart. So they will be able to get some trebs of their own going. Trade happening now, and this is what it's going to come down to, is the clear trade lines, and Spanish trade no less. That's going to be the challenge in late game. Absolutely going to be the hardest part of this game for our heroes on Ta. Second castle going down. Great work by these trebs. Not elite Mangudai, which is unfortunate. Waste of Cavaliers. Orange Army retreats. I'm wondering why these are not Arbalasts by now. Oh, because he hasn't hit invade. Excuse me, obviously. So, yeah, run. Get out of here. Fuzzlewuzza, get out of here. It's a shame you can't cut off their retreat. But the Spanish invaders have been defeated for now on this side. And hopefully some of this gold and stone can go back to their rightful owner. Freager can move back in. He's got plenty of resources left at home. He didn't even bother taking them. Instead, he was taking Freager's. Although I didn't see him mining any gold. I saw him farming and chopping wood, so big deal. But all that gold is still there. So score lead has switched again to our heroes. Gates are in, so Hussar spam. This will be really effective. I don't think Orange sees it coming. He does now. Let's see how much raiding they can do. A lot of it, I mean, there's not much production buildings here. Some TCs to hide in, but it's wide open, this trade line. So it's far from over. Far from over, folks. The question is, where do they push? Do they push through here, where everything is? Quite a lot. All of Orange's army. Or do they push through here and try to hit where it hurts? Looks like they're choosing to take back their Freager's homeland, which isn't horrible. It's just going to take a while to clear all these buildings, and it's going to be constantly under pressure. True, the resources are here, but you could hit harder, and they are. You can hit harder coming in from this side. So you could just send... Possibly the play is to send Hussar spam through here on the front flank and send your skirms and Mangudai here to fight Orange. I think Mangudai's fast-moving siege could be a benefit here. Orange has got the numbers. Using the trebs to your advantage, though, it's a good hit. Orange has got everything here. It will wipe out Askalan's army. Freager's dropping the TC. Ayo. Might not be enough to hold this Orange army back, though. Might be a little early on that TC. So meanwhile, at least Orange is losing villagers on this side. Doesn't seem to care about that. Or notice. One of the two. Nothing is garrisoned. Let's take a look at the population. $80 to 55. Askalan's got 100 to 52. So it's in Team 1's favor at the moment. Though military is a different story. Seesaw Kitten's got 100 of those. Askalan's got 69. Yeah, that TC didn't stand very long. They have Obsidian Arrow at this point, so these Arbalasters are going to churn through buildings. And get these trebuchets out of there, boys. Oh no. So if you're Freager, just settle with wood and food and build as many. I mean, of course you want Goths, but you're not going to get your castle up at this point. You're just not. So just go for skirms. That's all you need. Long swordsmen are too expensive. Just go for Goth. Go for a skirm. Spam. Fortunately, his only gold income has vanished now that the relic is out in the open again. So our heroes have been backed in the corner. They still barely hold the score lead. A very effective raid, I must say, by the Hussars. Even just sending 6 more through here and deep into Orange's base, though, could just devastate things. Because they are so wide open. It's easier said than done. Freager does get his castle up, so if he can get the Goth spam working in his favor, could make a difference. But these long swordsmen are just going to get mulched by all these archers. There's just too many. Just too many. They're pulling back for now, but still not elite Mangudai. A very interesting Black Forest game, to say the least. Things have kind of stalled out in the north. Everything's been focused here on this lane, understandably. And that's a lot of Arbalasters. No joke. These are only regular skirmishers, so Mayan Arbalasters are nasty. I'd like to see a little bit more. Oh, watch out. Oh, Askalan, no. I was going to say, I'd like to see a little bit more siege besides these trebs. Mongol siege is just so crazy good, but it does cost a lot to tech into that. And Askalan's got 16,000 wood, which is amazing. 1,000 gold, which is nothing to snuff at. His food, on the other hand, is hurting. It'd be interesting if they set up a little bit of a trade line going on. Even just a little bit is better than nothing. And it looks like they're thinking just that. Yeah, and that makes sense why I'm not seeing much Hussars, is because the food count for Askalan is struggling a bit. He has massed up some good amount of skirmishers, which is huge. His forward workshop should go down, and it's just a battle for Freager's homeland at this point. They really are backed into a corner, though. I mean, the Mangudai are kind of useless against all these ranged. Mangudai, even just sending 10 of them through here, could just devastate all this. Get into the trade. Again, it's easier to say when you see it all. You have that God's eye view, but because that was so effective when you just sent in a few Hussars into Orange's base. It's a shame these aren't elite either. And I know Freager's eager to take his homeland back, but again, I think it'd be more beneficial for him to... They should set up the trade, absolutely should. And he should just be churning out skirms to help support. Just fodder at this point. And sending him out again, it's too soon, man. It's sorry, but it's too soon. Sneaky town center. Why not? Maybe it'll pay off. Alright, boys, the wall's open. Get in there. It is a good castle placement, but you can easily get around it. And not to mention out here, just wide open. Like some Mangadai through here, some Hussars through there when no one's looking. And yeah, if you look at the gold count of the two teams, Team 1 has got basically 0. Team 2 has been trading this whole time, can keep churning out gold units. In this case, Arbalasts and Cavalier, which are a deadly combination. Cavalier going for the elite skirms. And these are the only Mangadai left on the field for Askalan, so... Even a little bit of trade. It's better than no trade, boys. Markets are waiting for it. Sell some of that extra wood. Build some trade carts. It's the way to go. Another castle. So many resources have been wasted in this like death zone here that was Freager's base. And I do love this sneaky TC. They are going to get some wood out of it, at least. So far, as yet undiscovered, though a savvy eye will see that wood is disappearing. Both teams kind of rest back, lick their wounds a little bit. Again, Team 2 is in a much better position. Still a lot of resources for the taking, and they're grabbing them. Oh, look! I didn't even notice. Thank God. This'll help. 7 Mangadai, and if I didn't notice, you know the players didn't notice. This is huge. Straight up in the trade. They've obviously killed a few farmers along the way. Every trade cart will go down now, and that gold will dry up so quick as they keep building Arbalasters and Cavaliers. That gold that they're depending on will disappear. A lot more skirmishers all of a sudden from Orange. And all the trade carts are gone for the most part. And I think he's noticed he's put some production ranges here, so we see some skirms coming out from these as well. Yep, so he has noticed at this point it might be better to just start hitting bills when you see the trade carts slow down like that. And this is the Black Forest we all know and love. Good to see pikemen out there from Freager. Elite Mangadai just teched in. That's huge. Gotta keep him alive. Treb War. Yeah, it's classic Black Forest now. It looks like Team 1 might have the lead at this point. pushing orange back a little bit. Still haven't made their move. There they go. Keep those Mangadai away. It's a lot of skirms. He's doing a good job using them as a meat shield, though. His own skirms as a meat shield. Yep, these Mangadai will get cleaned up, but they definitely got their money's worth. All the trade cards taken out. Though they've lost this side for now. These Cavalier are nasty. Hussars are good, though. Not sure what some trade cards are doing out in the fray, though. I hope they're not trying to get to this market over here. It's not going to work. Yeah, get out of here, trade cards. Where are you going? What are you doing? Get down here. This is where you want to be. Paladin finally teched into. That's scary. So we're going to need to see as many pikemen as you can for your... Hopefully, ultimately, those will become halberdiers. Just a ton of skirmishers from Freager, though, which is good. That's exactly what you need. And this TC's still chugging away. I'll go ahead and take a look. The Trebs still don't see it. These onagers are going to be scary, though. Very scary. Also very expensive. So gold has dried up for the most part. Seesaw Kitten, yeah, is the only one with any gold, but he's got 2,000 of it. Still mining it at home, I think. Yeah, it still has some at home, which is pretty amazing. And they all, obviously gold can be achieved here now that they've taken over Freager space. And they're through the gate, which is worrying. It's been an uphill battle ever since Freager had to abandon his home. This might be the end with these onagers. They're down, they were down, but there's more coming. Bombard cannons too, yep, it's the right call. Paladin's dying. Line is holding just barely. Walls are disappearing. One good onager shot could end it. Castle's starting to go down, which would be devastating. Yeah, not a single Huskarl. By the time he got his first castle going, there was just not enough gold. Not enough gold in the bank. He may be thinking to try to sneak this relic, which would be epic. I don't think it'll work because the castle. But it would be epic. It would also give away his position. Bombard cannon sniping skirmishers, which is the right thing to do. Another raid. Which is not a horrible idea, but there's plenty of skirmishers left over. And they'll clean this up. The raids are the right idea. You just got to send Hussars in and find villas. Again, easier said than done when you're trying to focus on not letting this army bust through here. That castle went down in the meantime. They're slowly advancing, classic Black Forest style. Neither team wanting to give an inch. Again, this is AOE Leagues. This is Group F. I'm also in this group with some of my friends. I'll be playing both these. I think I've got Freager up next week as well. And there's some Huskarls. All right, elite Huskarls no less. Those will make a bit of a difference against all these skirmishers. But Team 1 is running out of real estate. And they have lost map control almost forever ago. and as such have no access to a lot of important resources. They're pushing forth now, but it's an uphill battle because then it's like all of these production buildings that you have to fight through just to get to no man's land, which is fully populated by orange and purple dots. Good snipe on that Treb. Some Spanish just sitting there. Spanish Vills sitting there. Onagers doing work though. Capybara cannonballs flying. Villagers trying to build walls as fast as they're destroyed. This little guy walking out. He made it. This farmer. What's he doing? Watch out. Oh, I never. Couldn't do it. Raiding with the pikemen. I like it. Meanwhile, things have slowed here. But are still in Team 2's favor. This is a stubborn group right here. No doubt about it. Trade carts moving, a lot of them, which is great. Hopefully we get to see some more Mangudai on the field. More Mangudai raids would be fantastic. It's also relic control is in favor of Team 2. They both have 2 or 3, maybe even 3 relics each. And I think they might have finally... Nope. They still do not see this little lumber camp down here. Too funny. Yep, they're grabbing that relic. And he's probably going to walk all the way back home because that's a good use of your time. Goth player has teched up to Halberdier, which is fantastic. Probably the trade has been working in his favor. These Huskarls are nothing to... You can't just forget about them. They'll turn through your skirmishers and arbalesters, no problem. Oh, this many Huskarls could take down that castle. And they're going right into the eco. What's left of it. Orange really hasn't boomed back. I think it's all trade cards. Or at least it was. Another gate built, another gate destroyed. Oh, this Hussar made it all the way out here. I love this raid. See, this is good. They should have been using this the whole time. Advantage of this control of this side of the map. Or at least access to it. Because he's been trying to re-wall this whole time. Has never been able to. And he doesn't... Oh, get these guys under there. They don't have murder holes researched. It's huge. A lot of Vills died over here. Oh, they're just hiding. But I think a lot died too. Elite Eagle Warriors out of nowhere. And yeah, a lot of attention has just moved back home. And killing TCs is all well and good, but you want villager kills, you want trade cart kills. Because TCs can be rebuilt so easily. And that's a lot of expensive army right there that's about to die to those paladins. It's unfortunate, but it's the way it is. Castles cannot be rebuilt as easily. So if Huskarls attack the castle, Halberdiers protect the Huskarls from the cavalry raid. Champions now. It's just so many expensive units being teched into. And they still don't see this gap. Oh, it's so funny. And this Hussar got his money's worth. Who knows how many villagers he killed up through here. And look at all these guys. If he worked his way around into here. Paladins fleeing to the castle. Those halberdiers are very scary. I mean, the eco is basically stalled out for both Team 2. Meanwhile, we're almost... I mean, we got plenty of wood left, but if you look at how much has been chopped, pretty amazing. And trade route move in for Team 2. You know, or Team 1, I should say. So Team 1 is down but not out by any means. I don't know what these guys are doing. Just walking right into death. Those Huskarls could take out every single one of those archers. It's scary to fight under a castle, I know. And the Spanish are just hungry for gold. I want more paladins, he says. He's not using his paladins or champions, though. They're just walking around. you can't tell, I really don't like. Let's take a look at these bills. Villager count 36 for Seesaw Kitten. That includes trade cards. 91 for Fuzzawuzza, 110 for Askalan, and 120 for Freager. So despite having no map control, they are holding out. They're not giving up. And I mean, there's nothing left for them to fight for here, really, except for their pride and some stone. Because the hungry Spanish have just gobbled everything else up. And these paladins will clean up these Huskarls. And probably these Mangadai too. It's unfortunate. Ouch. It's a lot of precious gold wasted right there. And it's because they stepped out, they ventured forth, and now there's no one to guard these trebuchets, and so these trebuchets will go down too. You just gotta clog, in Black Force, you just have to clog the middle with halberdiers, for example, and then let the trebuchets do their slow but steady work. Because they step forth too much, they overexposed both their armies and they just got obliterated. This is good though. Knock these relics out, at least temporarily. I'm sure those will go back up. Orange's Vil count though, shockingly low. And just chopping wood, even some idols. No farmers. I mean, he just needs wood and gold, I suppose. For his Arbalasters, but to trade in lumberjacks. This is a good castle because it protects the line, the lane, but it's well within reach of siege, so it could go down as easily went up. It's getting its money's worth though, picking off a lot of Arbalasters. I don't even know if they know it's there. They do now. Ooh, that's a big onager shot. They'll take it down though, maybe. More paladins breaking in. There's halberdiers waiting. Yeah, at this point, Goths spam halberdiers out of these fast working barracks. Just crazy halberdier numbers. And then Askalan goes siege and elite skirmishers. That would be the play. I like these elite Huskarls raiding. They're not giving up. Mangadai joining in the fight, which is huge. It's a deadly combo. As I said, the Trebs finding this castle. Halberdiers pushing forth to try to do something about it. That siege onager taking out a lot of skirmishers. Good micro to dodge the siege. Oh, and they're not going to snipe any of them. Castle goes down. All siege still stands. Yikes. Mangadai in trade again. Yep, they're flaring. They gotta be. This is gonna be so annoying for them though. This is so huge. All the trade cards and these champions have got nothing. They're gonna have to pull back. All these paladins will have to run all the way back around. They're choosing to push forward, which is the right choice. If he's smart, he'll cut a little hole right through here. With that siege onager. It's a lot of expensive units for Team 2 that they won't be able to make anymore. If they can get it, I mean, that's 37 mils right there. Let's take a look at the pop again. So 70 for Fuzzawuzza, 29 for Seesaw Kitten, and over 100 for both. So the eco is stronger for Team 1, though their map position is still in jeopardy. I mean, it's never been good, but it's still in jeopardy. Trade just working the whole time, even though it's a shorter trade line, it's a secure trade line. Because it's expensive to make 50 trade cards. It's 50 gold each. This TC will go down. There's not many Vils inside, but they're all about to die from these Mangadai. If they can kill this and finally hear the Paladins come, but then they've pulled away from this side. And Team 1 will use the opportunity to take out this Treb. Mangadai kiting the paladins, which is the right call. It's a shame they haven't found this other group of vills, though. I want to flare for them, but they filmed this last week, so it'd be pointless. 2 relics still for the taking. It'd be great if they get this monastery at some point. Meanwhile, they're holding strong, and neither team wants to quit. Both teams feel like they could win it. I know the feeling. Just amazing. Mangadai have found the vills. He's smart to split his army, so he's going to kite the paladins away with one group and then keep 2. Oh, but they find out. They're getting their money's worth, though. God, those Mangadai are so fast-firing. Holding off for now. Team 1 is. Still have not been discovered. Over here, chopping wood like it's going out of style. At this point, they might chop through before this game is over. And another... Oh, this is probably the same raid that just hid back here. Huh. Talking about chopping through. A lumber camp right here, and they would have been through already. I mean, Orange is basically... He hasn't been building vills. It's almost like he's forgotten. He's got 20,000 wood. I mean, just amazing. Sick of these raids. He's trying to find ways to build walls around it all out of Treb range, which is what he probably could have done a long time ago. Raids are still coming in from blue. They might even clean up these paladins. Oh, there's plenty more where that came from. And they quit! Oh, look at this! The good game called from Seesaw Kitten. He's had enough of the raids. And Fuzzle was scratching his head wondering where it all went wrong. Well done, Team 1. The goth spam kicking in too. Despite getting kicked out of his home. We win. Amazing game. Congrats. Congrats to Freager and Askalan. And well played Askalan, really. Dealt with this early issue over on this side. Boomed like crazy, was the first imp. And really supported his teammate. They never broke through. They did take a few fringe buildings out, but they never broke through the second line. Established a gate presence and a lane through, a big lane through, and just devastated the trade line multiple times. Orange never really built production through here to kind of fill this lane up. He kept all his army on this side, and was necessary, because if he didn't, then all these buildings would have been taken down a long time ago. Orange was the only reason, and his Arbalast was the only reason that Team 1 didn't establish dominance on this side of the map. But it meant that he gave up this side of the map. So, you know, Black Forest, it's always a weird kind of game, and then we saw some weird stuff in this one. There is another game between these two teams in the AOE Leagues. 1 point per game is how it's played. And I can't wait to cast that one too. So I hope you can join me. This is Sneaky Chiefy signing off.